The story really kicked off late one night when a blurry clip suddenly started circulating in private group chats, the kind of clip that looks like it was recorded on a flip phone and passed through a dozen hands before hitting the internet. Fans are shocked because nobody could even agree on what the tape really was. Some said it was an old studio session, others swore it was a private conversation that was never meant to leave a locked hard drive. But the caption that kept popping up was what lit the fuse, allegedly hinting that Ja Rule was on the tape talking about old alliances, old grudges, and names that still carry weight today, including Diddy. Within hours, speculation exploded, and all fingers pointed toward 50 Cent as the one who leaked it, or at least laughed the loudest once it surfaced. According to people close to Ja, emotions ran high almost immediately. One source claimed Ja was in the middle of a family dinner when his phone started buzzing non-stop. Texts, missed calls, notifications stacking up like a bad dream. At first he brushed it off, thinking it was just another troll moment, but then someone played the audio for him. Allegedly, Ja froze. The room went quiet. Family members watched his face change as recognition mixed with anger. "This is old," he reportedly snapped, slamming his phone down. This was never supposed to be out. The family was left divided, some urging him to ignore it, others warning him that silence might make it look worse. Meanwhile, fans online were already connecting dots, dragging up old beefs that never really died. Comments flooded in saying this was classic 50 Cent behavior, poking at old wounds for entertainment. Others argued it was karma, saying Ja should have known nothing stays buried forever in hip-hop. Through it all, 50 Cent stayed suspiciously quiet at first, which only added fuel to the fire. People started screenshotting his old posts, reading into emojis, captions, even the timing of his workouts, trying to decode whether he was behind it. Every move felt like a clue. Behind the scenes, Ja Rule was allegedly calling old friends, old rivals, anyone who might know how this tape resurfaced. One insider said he was pacing back and forth, voice raised, replaying the same questions over and over. Who had access? Who would benefit? And most importantly, why now? The name 50 Cent kept coming up, not just because of their history, but because of the timing. Just days earlier, 50 had joked on social media about vintage moments coming back in style, a line fans now swore was a warning shot. Ja reportedly felt set up, like someone was baiting him into reacting. As the clip spread beyond group chats and hit blogs, reactions poured in from every corner of hip-hop culture. Some artists stayed neutral, posting vague messages about loyalty and privacy. Others weren't so subtle, liking comments that hinted at betrayal and clout chasing. Fans dissected every second of the audio, slowing it down, boosting the sound, arguing over what was actually said versus what they wanted to hear. Some claimed Ja sounded relaxed, others insisted he sounded nervous. The truth seemed less important than the drama it created. Then came the first alleged confrontation. Word on the street was that Ja tried reaching out directly to 50 Cent through mutual contacts. No public DMs, no comments, just quiet feelers sent through people who still moved between both camps. According to rumor, the response was cold. 50 supposedly laughed it off, saying once something is out, it's out. That response, if true, only poured gasoline on Ja's anger. One source claimed Ja shouted, "This man has no limits," frustrated that an old chapter was being dragged back into the spotlight. At the same time, Diddy's name hovering over the situation added another layer of tension. Although nothing concrete tied him to the tape beyond internet speculation, fans immediately pulled him into the narrative. Timelines filled with theories, some saying the tape was harmless, others suggesting it hinted at deeper industry politics. People close to Diddy reportedly weren't thrilled about the sudden attention, with one insider saying they felt the whole thing was being blown out of proportion by clout-hungry pages. Still, the silence from his camp only made fans talk more. Ja Rule's inner circle allegedly urged him to get ahead of the story. Some wanted him to go live, clear the air, call out 50 directly. Others warned that reacting emotionally would play right into 50's hands. This internal debate reportedly caused tension even among longtime friends. Emotions ran high as everyone realized this wasn't just about a tape, it was about reputation, legacy, and pride. Ja had spent years rebuilding his image, focusing on family, business, and staying out of chaos. Now it felt like someone was dragging him back into a past he was trying to leave behind. As night turned into morning, the clip kept spreading, reaching people who weren't even hip-hop fans. Blogs started posting think pieces, reaction videos popped up everywhere, and the narrative grew bigger than the audio itself. Fans are shocked not just by what was allegedly said, but by how quickly old beefs can be resurrected in the digital age. Ja reportedly barely slept, replaying old memories, wondering who he trusted back then and whether that trust had finally come back to haunt him. By the end of the first day, one thing was clear: this was no longer just a rumor floating online. It had become a full-blown spectacle, with Ja Rule feeling cornered, 50 Cent seemingly entertained, and the internet demanding a response. The tension hung thick, like the calm before a storm, and everyone could feel that the next move would change everything. And just when it seemed like Ja might stay silent, something happened that pushed the situation into an even darker, more personal direction, setting the stage for what came next. The second day began with a shift in energy, the kind that fans could feel even through their screens. Early that morning, Ja Rule allegedly broke his silence, not with a post, but with a phone call that quickly became industry gossip. According to sources, he reached out to an old radio personality he trusted, someone known for keeping conversations off the record. But this time, Ja supposedly wanted the message to travel without his name directly attached. His frustration had reached a boiling point, and he felt like people were twisting the narrative before he even had a chance to breathe. Inside that call, Ja reportedly vented about betrayal and history, saying the tape was being framed in a way that made him look reckless and disloyal. "They're acting like I said this yesterday," he allegedly said, his voice tight with anger. That clip is ancient. People have moved on. Families have grown. The radio personality later hinted on air that a legend was feeling attacked and misunderstood, which fans immediately linked back to Ja. Emotions ran high online as listeners dissected every word of the hint, convinced it was a cry for help disguised as silence. Meanwhile, 50 Cent finally broke his quiet streak, and when he did, it sent shockwaves through social media. Instead of directly addressing the tape, he posted a laughing reaction, paired with a cryptic caption about history lessons. Fans are shocked at how casual it seemed, reading it as confirmation without confirmation. Some applauded him for trolling, calling it classic behavior. Others felt it crossed a line, especially considering how personal the situation appeared to be. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds, with supporters of both sides clashing non-stop. Behind closed doors, Ja Rule was allegedly spiraling between rage and restraint. One insider claimed he paced his living room, phone in hand, debating whether to go live and unload years of bottled-up resentment. Family members tried to calm him down, reminding him of how public blow-ups had hurt him in the past. His wife, according to rumors, urged him to think about their kids, warning that the internet doesn't forget. The family was left divided, torn between defending their name and protecting their peace. The pressure only intensified when a second clip surfaced, even shorter and more distorted than the first. This one didn't clearly feature Ja's voice, but blogs lumped it into the same narrative anyway. Suddenly, the story shifted from one alleged tape to a supposed collection, and that's when panic reportedly set in. Ja allegedly started questioning everyone from his past, old managers, former friends, even engineers who had been around during his early career. Trust eroded fast, replaced by suspicion and regret. As the story grew, other artists began weighing in, some subtly, some not. A veteran rapper tweeted about how nothing stays private in this game, while another posted about loyalty being rare. Fans immediately interpreted these posts as sides being chosen. Screenshots circulated, arrows drawn, theories built on top of theories. The drama felt less like news and more like reality TV, unfolding in real time with no script and no pause button. Then came the Diddy angle, which pushed everything into overdrive. A popular blog claimed that people close to Diddy were aware of the situation and not pleased. No statement, no denial, just a vague implication that made fans speculate wildly. Some argued Diddy was being unfairly dragged into old conversations. Others insisted his silence meant he was watching carefully. Either way, his name alone added weight, turning the situation from petty beef into something that felt bigger, more dangerous. Ja Rule reportedly felt cornered by this point. According to one source, he believed 50 Cent wasn't just trolling, but deliberately trying to provoke a public meltdown. "He wants me loud," Ja allegedly said. "He wants me angry." This realization caused a shift in strategy. Instead of exploding online, Ja supposedly started planning a more controlled response, something that would address the tape without giving 50 the satisfaction of chaos. But controlling the narrative proved harder by the hour. Fans didn't help. Every old interview, every lyric, every past comment was pulled up and analyzed. Clips from decades ago resurfaced, stitched together into montages that painted Ja in conflicting lights. Some fans defended him fiercely, saying everyone has private conversations that don't reflect who they are today. Others mocked him, claiming this was proof that nothing about the past ever really stays buried. The court of public opinion was loud, relentless, and unforgiving. The tension finally spilled over when Ja Rule allegedly confronted someone he believed played a role in the leak. The details are murky, but rumors suggest a heated phone call filled with accusations and raised voices. "I trusted you," Ja reportedly shouted, accusing this person of clout chasing and betrayal. The call ended with no resolution, only more questions. Word of the confrontation leaked almost immediately, adding yet another layer to the unfolding drama. By that evening, Ja's camp realized the situation had taken on a life of its own. Every attempt to stay quiet only seemed to make the noise louder. 50 Cent, on the other hand, appeared unbothered, continuing to post casually, sometimes about unrelated things, sometimes with subtle jabs that fans swore were intentional. The contrast between Ja's visible stress and 50's relaxed trolling made the narrative even more lopsided in the eyes of the public. As night fell, one final rumor began circulating, one that would change everything. Whispers suggested that Ja Rule was considering breaking his silence in a major way, not just addressing the tape, but exposing behind-the-scenes details of his long-running feud with 50 Cent. Fans held their breath, knowing that if Ja decided to talk, it wouldn't just be a response, it would be a declaration of war. And with that possibility hanging in the air, the drama edged closer to a point of no return, setting up an even more explosive chapter still to come. By the third day, the atmosphere felt heavier, like everyone involved knew something big was coming but nobody knew exactly how it would land. Fans woke up to whispers that Ja Rule had spent most of the night on the phone, not just with friends, but with lawyers and publicists. According to insiders, the conversation had shifted from anger to damage control. Ja allegedly realized this wasn't just about pride anymore, it was about protecting his name and making sure the narrative didn't spiral into something irreversible. Still, despite the strategic talks, the emotional toll was undeniable. One source close to the situation claimed Ja barely ate, replaying the same thoughts over and over. How did this resurface? Who really had it? And why did it feel like 50 Cent was enjoying every second of the chaos? At one point, Ja reportedly muttered, "This man has been waiting for this," suggesting he believed the leak wasn't random but carefully timed to hit when he least expected it. On the other side, 50 Cent's online presence grew louder, though never direct. He posted a throwback photo of himself with a caption about memories never dying, followed by a laughing emoji. Fans are shocked at how quickly the post went viral, with thousands of comments tagging Ja Rule and asking if this was another jab. Some fans begged 50 to let it go, saying the beef was tired. Others encouraged him, calling it entertainment at its finest. The split reaction only fed the algorithm, pushing the drama even further into the spotlight. Then came a surprising twist. A former associate of Ja Rule, someone who hadn't been publicly connected to him in years, popped up in a small podcast interview. They didn't name Ja directly, but they spoke about how private conversations from the early days were often recorded without artists realizing it. This single comment sent fans into a frenzy. People immediately assumed the speaker was hinting at the tape, suggesting it might not have been stolen recently but sitting in someone's archive for decades. Betrayal became the dominant word across social media. Ja Rule allegedly saw the clip and lost what little calm he had left. According to a source, he slammed his fist on a table and shouted that people were rewriting history. He felt like everyone was suddenly an expert on moments they never lived. Friends tried to ground him, reminding him that speculation doesn't equal truth. But the feeling of being judged by millions based on seconds of audio was overwhelming. Emotions ran high, and for the first time, Ja reportedly considered confronting 50 publicly, consequences be damned. Adding to the pressure, fans began tagging Diddy directly, demanding a response. His name trended alongside Ja and 50, even though he still hadn't said a word. Some fans defended him, saying he was being unfairly dragged into something he had nothing to do with. Others insisted his silence spoke volumes. People close to Diddy allegedly viewed the situation as messy and unnecessary, believing it was another example of how old beefs can explode in the social media era without warning. Amid all this noise, Ja Rule's camp leaked a subtle message of their own. A trusted blogger posted that Ja was deeply hurt and felt like his loyalty was being questioned unfairly. The post painted him as someone who had moved on from industry drama, only to be pulled back by someone refusing to let go of the past. Fans sympathetic to Ja shared the post widely, saying it humanized him in a moment where he was being turned into a meme. But the calm didn't last long. Later that evening, an alleged private voice note began circulating, claimed to be Ja Rule speaking to a friend about 50 Cent. The authenticity was immediately debated, but the content was explosive. The voice expressed frustration, calling 50 obsessed and accusing him of living off old conflicts. Even though no one could confirm it was real, the damage was done. Blogs ran with it, reaction channels broke it down frame by frame, and fans took sides all over again. 50 Cent, seemingly unfazed, responded in his own way. He posted another cryptic message, this time about truth always coming out in pieces. Fans interpreted it as a direct response, even if no names were mentioned. The back and forth, though indirect, felt like a chess match played in public, each move designed to provoke a reaction without crossing an obvious line. Ja Rule reportedly reached a breaking point that night. According to rumors, he gathered his inner circle and laid out everything he'd been holding in for years. He spoke about how the feud with 50 had followed him through every phase of his career, how no matter what he accomplished, the past was always dragged back up. Some in the room urged him to finally tell his side in full, to stop letting others control the narrative. Others warned that opening old wounds could make things worse, not better. The family was left divided once again. Some relatives believed Ja staying quiet made him look guilty in the court of public opinion. Others felt speaking out would only prolong the drama and affect his mental health. The weight of those opinions pressed down on him, making every decision feel like a potential mistake. Fans could sense the tension, posting messages of support mixed with demands for answers. As the night wore on, one last development pushed the situation into dangerous territory. A major blog teased an upcoming exclusive, hinting they had new information about the tape and its origins. No details were given, just enough to keep everyone on edge. Ja Rule reportedly saw the teaser and went silent, his phone buzzing non-stop as people tried to reach him. Whatever this exclusive contained, it threatened to reshape the entire story once again. With rumors swirling, alliances shifting, and emotions stretched thin, it became clear that this saga was far from over. The next move, whether from Ja, 50, or someone else entirely, had the potential to either cool things down or ignite the biggest explosion yet. And as fans refreshed their feeds late into the night, waiting for the other shoe to drop, the tension only grew thicker, pulling everyone toward an outcome nobody could fully predict. By the fourth day, The situation had fully transformed from internet drama into something that felt personal, raw, and dangerously close to spinning out of control. That teased blog exclusive finally dropped early in the morning, and even though it didn't reveal concrete proof, it reframed the entire narrative in a way that shook everyone involved. The article claimed the tape wasn't leaked recently at all, but quietly passed around for years among industry insiders, resurfacing now because someone decided it was time. Fans are shocked by how calculated it all sounded, as if this moment had been waiting in the shadows. According to the blog, multiple people had access to the audio over the years, but only one person allegedly had the motive to let it go public at this exact time. The article never named 50 Cent directly, but the implications were loud enough that readers didn't need names spelled out. Social media exploded instantly. Some fans felt validated, saying this proved Ja Rule was being targeted. Others argued the article was just damage control, a last-ditch effort to shift blame. Ja Rule reportedly read the piece in silence. One insider said he sat staring at his phone, jaw clenched, scrolling through comments that dissected his life like a crime scene. "They don't see me as human," he allegedly said quietly. The years of jokes, memes, and old beef suddenly felt heavier than ever. This wasn't just about music anymore. It was about dignity, trust, and the feeling of being exposed without consent. For the first time since the tape surfaced, Ja allegedly considered stepping completely away from the spotlight. Sources claimed he talked about canceling appearances and going dark online. His inner circle worried this would let the narrative run wild, but Ja reportedly felt exhausted. The constant speculation, the endless takes, the feeling of being watched from every angle had taken its toll. Emotions ran high, and the family was left divided on what the right move should be. Then came the moment fans didn't expect. Ja Rule finally spoke, not through a rant or a live video, but through a carefully worded statement released via someone close to him. In it, he didn't deny the tape existed, but he emphasized its age and context. He spoke about growth, about private conversations never meant to be public, and about how easy it is for moments from the past to be weaponized. While he never named 50 Cent, the message was clear. He felt betrayed, and he felt tired of reliving the same chapter over and over again. Reactions were immediate and intense. Some fans praised Ja for taking the high road, calling the statement mature and measured. Others criticized it, saying it dodged accountability and lacked fire. Reaction channels broke it down line by line, analyzing tone, word choice, and what wasn't said. The internet debated whether silence would have been stronger, or if this statement finally drew a boundary. 50 Cent's response, or lack of one, became the next focal point. Hours passed with no post, no caption, no emoji. Fans refreshed his page non-stop, convinced something was coming. When he finally did post, it wasn't about Ja at all. It was a random throwback photo with a caption about minding your business and letting people tell their own stories. Fans immediately took it as a response anyway. Some called it classy. Others called it shady. Either way, the tension didn't ease. The Diddy speculation slowly began to fade as well. Without any direct involvement or comment, fans shifted focus back to the core conflict. Some admitted they had dragged his name into it unfairly, while others still believed there was more beneath the surface. But without new fuel, that angle cooled, leaving behind unanswered questions and half-formed theories. Behind the scenes, Ja Rule reportedly felt a strange mix of relief and emptiness. He had finally spoken, but the noise didn't stop. If anything, it evolved. The conversation shifted from the tape itself to the larger issue of privacy in hip-hop, of how artists from earlier eras are judged by today's standards and internet culture. Ja allegedly told a friend that he felt like a lesson, not a person, something people used to argue their points online. Fans also began reflecting. Some admitted they had jumped to conclusions too quickly. Others doubled down, saying public figures should expect scrutiny. The divide was clear, and it wasn't going away anytime soon. The story had become bigger than Ja and 50. It was now about how old beefs, old recordings, and old grudges never really die in the digital age. As days passed, the intensity slowly cooled, but the damage lingered. Ja Rule's name was once again tied to controversy, whether fair or not. 50 Cent remained untouched, almost floating above the chaos, his silence interpreted as power by some and avoidance by others. Fans were left with more questions than answers. Who really leaked the tape? Why now? And what other private moments were still sitting on hard drives, waiting for the right moment to resurface? In the end, there was no explosive showdown, no dramatic face-to-face, no clear winner. Just tension, speculation, and the reminder that in hip-hop, the past is never truly past. As the internet slowly moved on to the next headline, this saga left behind a quiet unease, a sense that something fundamental had shifted. Trust felt thinner. Privacy felt fragile. And everyone involved knew that even if the noise faded, the echoes of this moment would linger for a long time to come. So now it's on you. After everything you just heard, the rumors, the alleged betrayals, the silence, the statements, and the unanswered questions, what do you really think is going on behind the scenes? Was this a calculated move meant to reopen old wounds, or just another example of how the past never stays buried in hip-hop? Fans are still shocked, emotions are still running high, and the story feels far from finished. Every side has its version, but the truth seems to sit somewhere in the shadows, waiting for the next leak, the next post, or the next reaction to pull it back into the light. This is where your voice matters. Drop a comment and let everyone know where you stand. Do you think Ja Rule handled this the right way, or should he have gone all the way in? Do you believe 50 Cent is really done stirring the pot, or is this just the calm before another storm? And what about the bigger picture? Should private moments from decades ago still define someone today? The comment section is already heated, and your take could shift the whole conversation. If you made it this far, make sure you show love by hitting that like button, because it tells the algorithm to keep these real mix fake news stories coming. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss the next twist, the next exclusive, or the next viral moment that everyone will be talking about tomorrow. Turn on notifications, because in this culture, things change fast, and you don't want to be the last one catching up. Share this video with someone who lives for hip-hop drama, because this story isn't just about one tape or one beef. It's about legacy, loyalty, and how fast the internet can flip the script. Stay locked in, stay watching, and remember, the next headline is always one post away.